In the latest update here, we have seen our hurricane warning now added to those bayou parishes. That includes Terrebonne, Lafourche, and Lower Jefferson. This is an update as of 7 a.m. So once again, hurricane warning issued for our bayou parishes, including Terrebonne, Lafourche, and Lower Jefferson. Tropical storm warnings have now been extended across the New Orleans metro, the river parishes, the North Shore, and into coastal areas of South Mississippi. So what we're watching here is we have now a higher chance of seeing hurricane conditions in our bayou parishes, because I do think at the 10 a.m. update, we're likely going to see this track shift a little further to the east. Now, as you get out the door this morning, we've got rain. We don't have any big winds, but you're going to run into showers all across the area. Some of these are very heavy, so those are going to be with us all day long. Now, here's the latest on Francine. Luckily, as of 7 a.m., it's not intensifying quickly, but we do think it's got signs that it will intensify today. What I'm looking at here is a new burst of storms that are around this center that is formed. You can see the center from 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. relocated, and with this easterly jog of the new center, we're probably going to see this thing more easterly with the next track update. Now, this was the 4 a.m. track. We don't have a track update at 7. That will happen at 10 o'clock this morning. But we will likely see this storm intensify today to a hurricane. They still have it as a Category 2 off of our coast, making landfall into Wednesday midday. So late morning, early afternoon is when I think landfall will be. Right now, it's centered around Vermilion Parish or Vermilion Bay. But don't get locked in on that. I do think there's a decent chance it takes more of this easterly route, and that's why I think the cone could shift a little bit at 10 o'clock. And then by tomorrow night, we're talking Thursday morning, it's out of here. And we've got improvements the rest of the week. Now, the reason I think it could take an easterly jog, we have many models that are showing it doing that, and so the Hurricane Center will likely update this at 10 o'clock or so. We'll be interesting to see what their latest thinking is. But here we go. Late tomorrow morning into the afternoon, the core of the storm, there's the center making landfall. This thinks St. Mary Parish and Terrebonne. This would send storm surge and heavy rain across the area. This would also increase the wind risk across southeast Louisiana as the core of that moves more so over our river parishes and skirts the New Orleans metro and skirts parts of the North Shore. We're talking wind gusts 50 to 60 miles an hour in the city, but maybe closer to 70, 80, or even 90 closer to where it makes landfall. It really truly depends on how strong the hurricane gets today. Some of our models think it does rapidly or try to rapidly intensify today up to a Category 1, maybe a Category 2, and then as it starts to make landfall, luckily the wind shear is going to kick in tomorrow, so that should limit its intensification Wednesday morning, and then we can get this thing inland by Wednesday afternoon and it'll start weakening. Now, it is going to be moving in at a good rate, so these winds will probably penetrate pretty far in, and you can see wind gusts 50 to 60 in the city, but even higher out in the river parishes. And then here we go by Thursday morning, 2 a.m. Still windy, but the worst of it's past us and it's moving on. Storm surge warnings up along the coast. This is as of 7 a.m. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some warnings added to other parts of the area, but right now we're currently thinking 5 to 10 feet in Terrebonne Parish. That's Terrebonne Bay, that's Cocodrie, Chauvin, everywhere outside the levee protection system down there. 5 to 10 feet of inundation. That's more than you saw in Ida because of Ida's path through Terrebonne. When Ida came through, now the winds are not going to be as bad as Ida. I don't want to freak you out there, but the tides, when Ida came in, it came in right here, and you had northerly winds pushing the water down out of the bay. This case is coming in over here, so the winds will be pushing into the bay. So you're probably going to see more storm surge in Cocodrie and Chauvin in that area than what you saw in Ida, just thanks to the wind direction. Right now, we've got it at 4 to 7 feet in Barataria Bay, 2 to 4 feet out in eastern St. Bernard. But if this storm moves a little bit closer to St. Mary or Terrebonne, we could see that 4 to 7 bumped up there in Barataria Bay. That includes Grand Isle, that includes Lafitte and Jean Lafitte as well, which we know got rocked so hard by Hurricane Ida's storm surge. So that certainly got your attention too. Rainfall totals. Now, I don't think this is a widespread flood event because it's going to be moving, but there's going to be a corridor of very, very heavy rain for several hours, and this is tropical rain. It's going to add up fast. We're talking maybe a corridor of a foot of rain, but elsewhere 3 to 6 inches. So right now, this model has that core coming on right through this area. If it shifts, we may see this corridor shift, so that's something we certainly want to watch. Everyone's going to get rain, but there's going to be one area likely that sees quite a bit more. So today, showers around, should be okay to do your last minute preps, should be okay today to get your boats moved. The winds are not going to be too strong. It's just going to be raining today. Tomorrow, winds will pick up through the morning. I think the worst is going to be Wednesday afternoon, the way it looks right now. And then things do improve by Wednesday night. And really, I say Wednesday night in the early morning hours on Thursday.